Welcome to the Empowerment Lab, where we help high achievers build their empowerment muscle and strut into their purpose like a boss. I'm your host, Montrece Ransom, a coach, speaker, and founder of the Empowerment Tour Coaching and Consulting Group. We believe that wherever you aspire to be, you belong. So if you're ready to stop thinking small and unleash your full potential, then let's get started.
Are you feeling stuck in your career? Or maybe you're just not sure how to get that promotion you know you deserve. Or maybe you're concerned that you're being overlooked for opportunities that you would crush if just given the chance. Or perhaps you're just confused about the next best step to take in your career or your business or your personal life. If you found yourself nodding yes to any of that, you, my friend, need a mentor. We all need mentors. The reality is we all need someone who will make space for us, hold us accountable, ask us the hard questions, give us the blueprint, help us get out of our own way. In fact, did you know that having a mentor increases the chances that you'll rise to leadership ranks and make more money by 130%? 130%, no matter the field or profession. So the question isn't whether you need a mentor. The question is, what type of mentor or mentor archetype do you need right now at this stage in your personal or professional life? In my coaching practice, I have 3 ways to work with me. I have a 6-session one-on-one coaching package. I have the Strut into Coaching Academy, where I mentor new and aspiring coaches. And I also have a group coaching community called the Your Career Owned Collective, which provides career and business coaching and peer mentorship on everything from public speaking to natural hair in the workplace, to managing up, to overcoming imposter syndrome, to making the perfect pivot or career transition. No subject is off limits in the collective. One of our pillars is that we are each 100% responsible for our own career development, planning, and success. That's the collective affirmation. And one key to owning your career is knowing how to choose the right type of mentor for where you are right now in your career or business journey. I think we all know how valuable having a mentor can be. Having a mentor has been shown, the studies show that it leads to persistence and tenacity in reaching our career or business goals. Mentorship leads to increased productivity, higher career and business satisfaction. Mentorship also leads to enhanced career and business identity, autonomy, increased income, and a sense of belonging. And belonging is the gateway to unleashing human potential. That's what mentorship can do. And as we discussed in the collective, if you really want to own your career, getting a mentor is key. But not just any mentor. If you want to own your career, own your lifestyle, you need to know which mentor archetype you should be looking for. And that's what I want to explore with you on today's episode of the Empowerment Lab. The 4 mentorship archetypes. And they are the traditional mentor, the coach, the sponsor, and the connector. Let's start by defining and characterizing the traditional mentor. Now, the traditional definition of mentorship is a relationship that is self-directed, mutually beneficial, usually long-term, between 2 individuals for one of their long-term career movement, right? To help you advance in your career over the long term. In most traditional mentor-mentee relationships, the mentor does most of the talking and offers advice based on their experiences. They provide a blueprint and they guide the mentee through an experience that they've already been through. Mentors act as mirrors, enabling a person to potentially see themselves more clearly or see their path more clearly. In my 20 years at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, long before I became a certified coach, I mentored hundreds of public health professionals, lawyers, and students. I listened to their goals and their dreams and their desires, and I used my experiences, and I could literally map out their entire career. I served as a peer mentor and as a traditional mentor. And the way I see it, the traditional mentor is distinct from the other three mentor archetypes because the mentor talks with you. Keep that in mind. The mentor talks with you. So let's turn to the coach, the second mentorship archetype. Now, today, I am an associate certified coach with the International Coaching Federation. I'm wearing my official pin today. According to the International Coaching Federation, ICF, coaching is a partnership with clients in a thought-provoking and creative process that inspires them to maximize their potential. In coaching, the answer is not in any blueprint. It's not based on the coach's experiences. In coaching, the answer is within you. And as a coach, I use powerful questions and active listening to help you find the answers within you. The International Coaching Federation makes it clear that coaching is a client-driven process, and it's distinct from other service professions such as counseling, consulting, training, and mentoring that are often led by the mentor, right? Or the mentor archetype. Yes, the terms are often used interchangeably. I have coaching clients that call me their mentor. I have mentees who call me their coach. But coaches are distinct from mentors. With mentoring, the goal is generally to help you grow in multiple dimensions, right? Coaches generally focus on performance related to a specific issue. There are coaching goals and an agreement. With mentoring, the goal is generally growth in multiple dimensions, whereas coaches generally focus on performance related to a specific issue. So there are coaching goals, there's an agreement, and there's a coaching engagement. A coach focuses on helping people discover, clarify, decide, improve, advance in a specific skill or subject area. Whether it's a career coach, a business coach, a leadership coach, a performance coach, coaching is a true partnership among equals. So while the mentor talks with you, the coach partners with you. Now, let's look at the third mentorship archetype, the sponsor. The sponsor is so important for career and business advancement. The sponsor is traditionally someone in a position within an agency or company or industry that can influence your advancement or progress through the maze, the political, cultural, or organizational maze within that field professional organization. A sponsor takes someone that they think has potential and they guide them, but in a different way than a coach or a mentor. Now, a mentor and a coach could also be a sponsor if they are senior enough within an organization or within an industry or field, or if they're well connected. But what makes a sponsor special is that they have access to spaces, rooms, people, resources. Where the mentor is a mirror, sponsors are the spotlight. Sponsors highlight your work and they recommend you for opportunities or recognition within your organization or field or industry. And these recommendations might be to serve on a committee, to lead a project, to do a podcast, to deliver a presentation, to attend a meeting or a conference. Promotion is the core purpose of sponsorship, but not just getting promoted to the next job. Promoting your knowledge, skills, or ability is what I'm talking about here. Promoting you. Sponsors use their influence to make you more visible. But as someone who has sponsored many of my mentees and my coaching clients, I know that sponsors risk their reputations when they recommend someone. So we tend to focus on high potential individuals, people who demonstrate competence and integrity. Sponsors are also not hands-on like mentors and coaches, and often they're not directly visible to you. But an effective sponsor is mentioning your name in rooms you don't have access to. So the mentor talks with you. The coach partners with you. The sponsor talks about you in a good way, in rooms and spaces you don't yet have access to. Sponsorship matters so much in the 21st century. It matters for reasons of gender and racial equity. Historically, informal sponsorship has excluded women and people of color because sponsorship is often facilitated by shared interests, shared experiences of background, familiarity. And this has historically worked to accelerate the careers of mostly young and middle-aged white men. Just think about it. Visualize the networking that used to take place for decades, and in some ways still does, on the golf courses in this country. But all of us need sponsors. We all need this type of navigational support. And luckily, as the workforce becomes more diverse, as we're seeing more diverse leaders, we're seeing more diverse sponsorship. And this is critically important for women and people of color. Studies show that people with sponsors are more likely to ask for high-profile assignments, more likely to ask for pay raises and promotions and business opportunities, because they know a leader in the decision-making space has their back. That's the sponsor. And then we have the connector, the fourth mentorship archetype. Connectors are master networkers. You know who I'm talking about. They are the ones that pair mentors, coaches, and sponsors with mentees. Now, when you think about a connector, they tend to be invested in their field or industry and less invested in you as an individual. But I want you to know that that's okay. They're usually senior leaders. They've paid their dues. They're not interested in mentoring you. Instead, they tend to be motivated by legacy. And they want to use their connections and their networks to grow the field or the profession, to invest in the next generation of leaders, and to keep the field or profession modern and innovative. So the mentor talks with you. The coach partners with you. The sponsor talks about you. And the connector connects you with mentors, coaches, sponsors, and others who can help you advance in your career and also help advance the profession. So that's it. Now that you know the four mentorship archetypes, I want you to think about what mentorship archetype stands out to you right now. Take some time and journal on this question. At this point in your education, career, or business, what kind of mentor archetype do you need? Because yes, the traditional mentor-mentee relationship is vital, but effective career development over the course of your career, over the course of your life, will necessarily require input from all four mentor archetypes. So that's it. Those are the four mentor archetypes. That wraps up today's episode. But before I close, I'd like to mention that if you're at the stage in your education, career, or business where you could use a coach, someone to partner with you, and peer mentorship, a community of like-minded, high-achieving women to explore, share, and grow with, consider joining us in the Your Career Owned Collective. It's a membership program, the heart of which is monthly group coaching hours with me, plus worksheets, assessments, practical tools, access to me for your questions. I call it pocket coaching, and all of that for less than the price of one one-on-one coaching session with me. Until next time, remember, the mentor talks with you. The coach partners with you. The sponsor talks about you. And the connector connects you.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you'd like to build your own coaching practice, check out the empowermentor.com. You'll learn all the details about my Strut into Coaching Academy, a hands-on program to help you build a thriving coaching or consulting practice in just 90 days. In the meantime, connect with me on Instagram at Montrece Speaks or at montresespeaks.com. Stop thinking small. Unleash your full potential and strut into your purpose like a boss.